Hello and welcome to Cricbuzz. I'm Lisa Sthalekar and I'm excited because I get to hang out with you throughout this important series that's taking place in England. What series, you ask? Well, of course, it's the Indian women taking on England, and it's the first time that the Indian women's side will be playing in the multi-format series. What do I mean by that? Well, it's points allocated to the three different formats. 4 points to the test match and 2 points to the 3 ODIs and T20s. Whoever wins the most points wins the series. It's not the first time we've seen this type of format being played in international cricket. It's used for the Women's Ashes, and let me tell you, it is certainly exciting all the way through. What I want to first talk about is the squad. 21 players got an opportunity to fly over with the Indian men's side on that chartered flight, and I'm so pleased to see that Shikhar Pandey, Ekta Bish and Tanya Bhatia get an opportunity to come back. But I'm also excited that Pooja Vastrika, Shafali Verma has been included in the ODI and test side. Will we see her make her debut? Plus, there's some domestic players who have performed really well. Indrani Roy and Sneh Rana are two players that have stood out in the domestic competition, and they deserve an opportunity to be in that squad. So let's pay attention to the test, which is going to start shortly. It's the first time since India have played a test since 2014 in Mysore. Can you believe it? 7 years these players have had to wait to play the ultimate format within the game. No doubt they have been gearing themselves up, and I've seen a little bit of snippets throughout their social media of things that they're trying to do to prepare themselves, albeit a lack of opportunity to train and play because of the pandemic. They have been able to do some really unique things. Before they even left for England, Mithali Raj and Jhulan Goswami got up and shared their experiences of Test cricket and what it meant to play for India and play that format. It seemed to have struck a chord because from that they were able to present each player within the squad their playing jersey. And you saw on social media, it was an emotional time for all of them. You also saw that Mithali Raj had her pads on while she was doing that. Now, why would she be doing that? Well, the simple thing is that she knows if she wants to have a big impact in the game, she's going to have to bat for hours upon hours upon hours. So she's getting her body used to walking around in her pads. Just little things like that make a huge difference. And then you've got to look at the fact when they've been in England and they've been training. They haven't been training in their normal coloured kit. It's their test gear. I love this. Now, I never did this as a player, and I felt like at times we were jumping at ghosts because this was a format that we hardly played. But they've been able to train regularly in it. And so what it might be doing is desensitizing the players that they're wearing something different or that they're playing a completely different format. At the end of the day, it's just a game of cricket. So hopefully by doing this on day one of that first day of that match, they will walk out there firstly with pride, excitement, but at the end of the day, they will just go about what they know, and that's to play a good game of cricket. The other thing that I've noticed as well is that they've been able to probably spend a fair bit of time as a group talking about it, discussing it, living and breathing. You know, whilst they haven't been able to play cricket like the England side with the Rachel Hayhoe Flint Trophy, which is a 50 domestic competition, they are certainly gearing themselves up. So let's quickly go through who I think might be the playing 11. Smriti Mandana will certainly open. Who's going to open with her? There's two possibilities, Shafali Verma or Jemimah Rodrigues. I hope it's Shafali Verma. I think that she will enjoy the opportunity to play Test cricket. She's got that flair, and we've seen that in the men's game that it can be really effective. So I hope she gets given that opportunity. Poonam Raut, number 3, Mithali Raj 4, Harmanpreet Kaur 5, Dipti Sharma will make her debut. I think she's sewn up that number 6 position. Tanya Bhatia comes in. Then you've got obviously Shikhar Pandey, Jhulan Goswami. They're your bowlers. Now we've got to figure out who's the third seamer. I think it has to be Pooja Vastrika. There is the other option of Arundhati Reddy, but Vastrika has an opportunity to bounce the ball, show a bit of aggression when things aren't necessarily going right. Then your second spinner. Who's going to join Dipti Sharma? Is it going to be Poonam Yadav or is it going to be Ekta Bish? I think Mitali Raj likes a left arm spinner. Given the fact that Rajaswari Gaikwad is at home, unfortunately still recovering from injury, Ekta Bish will be that economical bowler. She's a little bit quicker in the air, and it means that you might be able to get more overs out of her. That's my playing 11. What have you guys thought about that? The other thing, whilst all teams always focus on the batting and bowling, the fielding aspect is really important. So I wonder if they've spent time of who's going to be in the slips cordon. Because guess what? They play predominantly white ball cricket. So there's normally one slip. Is there two slips? Very, very rarely. Three slips? No way. So they've got to get players used to being in those positions. And then who's going to be under the lid? Who's going to be in close here in front of the wicket? Is it going to be a young player like a Shafali Verma? Or do you put your best fielder there? I think it has to be your best fielder, but they're going to have to practice that. It's a skill that people are not used to doing. There is so much to discuss and dissect about this series, and I can't wait to bring you all of it through Cricbuzz. So I hope you enjoyed the preview. Make sure you tune in after every day's play, because we're going through a review of the key moments within that game.